This is 2012. This is the pilot paper 2, and we're on question 9. Alright, write down the coordinates of A. Coordinates of A is 1 across, 4 up. Okay, plot the following in the diagram above: 2, 0, B, 4 minus 4, C, D, 0, 4, E, minus 6, 0, and then finally F is 4. Oh, sorry. F is 4 minus 4, and C is minus 4 minus 4. Okay, now that's done. Calculate the midpoint of DF. Okay, the midpoint of DF. Okay, so DF we're going to call dx1y1, f x2 y2. Do the midpoint formula, which is going to be x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. And what we're going to get here is going to be 0 plus 4 divided by 2. Y1 plus y2 over 2 is going to be 4. Plus minus 4 over 2. And what we're going to get, guys, we're going to get 2 and 0. 2, 0. Okay. Next question. Find the slope of BF. What's the point B, guys? B and F. What's the point B?
2, 0.
And F?
4 minus 4.
4 minus 4. Okay, slope formula: x1, y1, x2, y2. So what we're going to get is difference of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what we're going to get is minus 4 minus 0 all over x2, y2. So it's going to be all over 4 minus 2. The answer is going to be minus 4 over 2, which is minus 2. Are you happy with that? Minus 2. Okay. Write down the equation of the line BF in the form y equals mx plus c. Y equals mx plus c. Okay. You know there's two ways, okay? The first way is to use the formula here. Equals m into x minus x1. And what you can do here is this. You can pick any, when you get an equation of a line, it doesn't matter which point you use, once you use one of them only. So we're going to use x1 and y1, okay? 2 and 0. So you're going to get y minus 0 equals m, which is minus 2 into x and minus 2. And we're going to get y equals minus 2x plus 4. So that's in the form mx plus c. There's another way of doing it. Does anybody know what c means, guys? What does c mean? C means where this line crosses the y-axis. If I went back to the last question and I joined B to F, do you see B to F? Yeah? And I keep going. Where will it hit the x-axis? Or the y-axis? Where does it hit it? 4. So you can say the slope is minus 2 and the c value is 4. So you could have done it that way as well. Also, what else does that mean? Also means that F, B and D are on the same line. So you find out lots of things by doing a bit of drawing. Okay? So we could have said C equals 4, M equals minus 2, and we could have just said Y equals minus 2x plus 4. Instead of doing the original way. Find the slope of CE. What's the point C? And the point D. What's point C?
Minus 4 minus 4.
And the point D?
Minus 6, 0.
Okay. Y2 minus Y1. Same as last time, it's going to be 0 minus minus 4. Because remember the slope form is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. And what's that going to be divided by? Minus 6 minus minus 4. And we're going to end up with 4 over minus 2. And what's the slope of CE? Also minus 2. Let's check that out. C to E. Remember we said B to F is a slope of minus 2, didn't we? If C to E is a slope of minus 2, what does that mean about both these lines?
Parallel.
They're parallel because they have the same slope. Okay? Write the equation of CE in the form AX plus BY plus C. Okay. Once again, we're going to use Y minus Y1 equals M bracket X minus X1. What we're going to say is, which point is easier to use, the first point or the second point? Which point is easier to use, C or E? E is easier because it has a 0. That'll make things easier. Okay? So we're going to do Y minus 0 equals minus 2 into X minus minus 6. What's minus minus 6, anybody? Plus 6. And then we're going to multiply it out. We're going to get Y equals minus 2X minus 12. Bring the 2X and the 12 over the other side, and we're going to get 2X plus Y plus 12 equals 0. Do you notice that all the numbers have to be on one side and the equal 0 is left on the right hand side? Now there's another version of that answer. Can anybody give me another version of that answer? What happens if I multiply everything by minus 1? What do I get then? Minus 2x minus y minus 12 equals 0. Both answers should be acceptable. Okay? Because it doesn't specify that A, B and C need to be positive or negative. Everybody happy with that? Okay. Okay. What is the ratio of the area of the triangle BCE and BCF? So let's go to find BCE and BCF. Okay, BCE. BCE. Now, what's the area of BCE? It's going to be a half base by height. So, what's the base of BCE? What's the length of the base? Half base by height. The base is minus 6 to 2, which is how long? 8. It's 8 across. So a half 8. What's the height? 0 to minus 4. How big is that? 4. A half 8 times 4? 16 units squared. So it's going to be 16. Now the other one, which is going to put in green. Okay, what's the other triangle we need to get? Is it BCF, is it? BCF. Now, what's the base of BCF? Anybody tell me? From minus 4 to plus 4 is 8. What's the height? Anybody? 4. A half base times height for BCF. And what do we get? 16 as well. So what's the ratio? 1 to 1. So all those workings we did there a second ago, they're all going to go in here and it's going to be 16. 16 ratio is 1 is to 1. But you do all your workings here, okay? State whether the two triangles in part H are congruent. Give a reason for your answer. Alright, congruent is interesting. Okay. Let's have a look. What does congruent mean, lads? Congruent, anybody?
Same.
Exactly there. Same. So let's figure this out. Okie dokes. We have to prove that they're the same length and they're the same length and same direction. Let's start off with the lengths. Okay? So we're going to write down triangle in black, the triangle BCF. What point's this again? Is that F, is it? B. And this point here is F. Okay, triangle BCE. Now, What can we say about the length BE? The length BE is the same thing as the length, anybody? CF. Okay? And they're both in the same. They have the same slope, don't they? Do they have the same slope? They're both going directly across. That's okay. Next one. What can we say about BF and EC? Both of them go up 4 across 2. Yeah? So they're the same length and the same slope. You happy with that? Same length, same slope. So what is it? B, what do we say? CE equals the length BF, and they also have the same slope. And finally, what's the last side? It's a common side. BC equals BC, common side. Now, once I have all this information accumulated, I'm going to do Control G and okay, bring it over to my answer. So here's your workings on the side. Now, what's your answer? Yes. Reason, BE equals CF, and they also have the same slope. And then you say CE equals BF, and they also have the same slope. And finally, BC equals BC, common sides. Then you can sum it up. All 3 sides have the same slope and length. All 3 sides have the same slope and length. Oh, sorry, I can do this slightly better. Sorry. All 3 sides of triangle, what's the triangle BCE, is it? Of triangle BCE have the same slope and length to a corresponding side in the triangle. What triangle is it going to be, guys? Triangle BCF. Does everyone understand what I did there? Okay. Any questions? Now, slopes come in the following form. Okay. If I said here's a slope of 1/2, what this means is it goes twice across and 1 up. Is everybody happy with that? If I then did a slope of 2, that'll be 1 across and 2 up. If I did a slope of 4, what would happen then? It'd be 1 across and 4 up. So you can see the bigger the number, the steeper the slope. Now, we can also get into negative slopes. So for example, would be of a negative slope, would be going in this direction here. This would be around, what would you say this would be, guys? Negative, give me a number. About 1:2, around that. So that's negative 1/2. 1 down, 2 across. What about this one here? Trying to think of something here. So here, what do you think of that one? Give me an estimate. What would you say? How many of these fit into this length here? What do you say about 3? So 3 across, 1 down. What slope is that? Minus a third. Yeah? What about this one here? What would you say for that one? Roughly? 1 across, 2 down, which is going to be a slope of minus 2. Okay. Now, with this in mind, now that you know what a negative slope is, now you know what a positive slope is, you got to remember the formula y equals mx plus c. Whatever number comes in front of the x value is the slope. Whichever number comes afterwards is the y-intercept. We would have done it earlier. If I said, for example, this has a slope of 2, this equation here has a slope of 2 and an intercept of 4, what would be the formula? It would be y equals 2x plus 4. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Now, which one has the greatest slope? Give a reason for your answer. Which one? 3. It is 3. 3 has the greatest slope. Line 3 has the number in front of the x is 5. This means it has a slope of 5. Okay, which lines are parallel? Anybody? Line 1 and line 3 both have a slope of 3 because 3 comes in front of the x value. 3 is being multiplied by x. Oh, sorry, line 2. So line 2, you see it? Line 1 and line 2. What's the next one? Draw a sketch of line 1 on the axis shown. What's line 1 again? Formula for line 1? Equals?
3x minus 6.
3x minus?
6.
Okay. What's the c value? Minus 6. We need one more point on this line. What I'm going to tell you guys is let y equal 0. And what happens when y equals 0? What happens then? We find out what? 0 equals 3x minus 6. And then we can find out what x is. And x is going to be, anybody? 2. This means the point 2, 0 is also on the line. That's one way of drawing the line. Can anybody tell me another way of drawing the line? The other way of drawing the line is using your first point. What is the slope of 3? What does the slope of 3 mean? What does the slope of 3 mean, guys? Across 1, up 3, doesn't it? So look at this. Across 1, up 3 will get you to there, won't it? Across 1, up 3 will get you to there. Across 1, up to 3 will get you there. And there's your single line there. You can do it that way as well if you want. Is that right? Okay, number D, yeah? Now, on the diagram shown, the diagram here represents one of the given lines. Which line does it represent? Okay, what's the C value, lads? The C value. C value is 4. What's the slope? The slope is, you can do the slope formula if you want. Pick 2 points on the line. You could pick 0, 4 and 2, 0. And you could do the slope formula. There's a quicker way though. You go down 4, which is minus 4, and across 2. Rise over, run. Minus 4 over 2 is? Anybody?
Minus 2.
Minus 2 is the slope. Y equals mx plus c. Y is going to equal minus 2x plus 4. Which letter is 2x plus 4?
Oh.
Number 5.
You want to check with where it's the y-axis?
No, because what happens if there's 2 points that have a 4 in it? In this question you could, but what happens if I did this as well, Brian? What happens if this was one of the options? Then you'd have to discriminate by slope as well. Okay? So always discriminate by slope and intercept. What do we say the answer is, line 5, yeah? Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Moving on. Which table shows some values of x and y for the equation of one of these lines? Which line did it satisfy? What does this mean, guys? It means the points 7, 12, 9, 20 and 10, 24 are all on this line. What could we do? Are we able to get the equation of a line? If you have 2 points, you can find the equation of the line. So let's just find the equation of the line. How do you find the equation of a line again? You find the slope, and then upon completion of the slope, you can find the values. Okay? You can find the line formula. Slope is y2 minus y1 all over 9 minus 7. This is going to be 6 over 2, which is 3. The line in question has a slope of 3. Then we're going to put into this formula here, y minus y1. y1 is 12 equals 3 into x minus x1. Yes, James?
Would it not have to have a negative slope?
Now lads, what happens next is we're going to multiply this out, and when we multiply this out, what we're going to get is y minus 12 equals 3x minus 21. Get y on its own. Y is going to equal 3x. What's 21 plus 12?
Or is the slope meant to be 8 over 2?
Oh, sorry, it is 8 over 2, excuse me. Yeah, I was just going to figure out it wasn't going to match there. Sorry, 8 over 2, which is 4. Slope here is 4. And then what we're going to get here is 4x. We're going to get 4x minus 28. Bring 12 over the other side and it becomes plus 12. And we get 4x minus 16. Now which equation is 4x minus 16?
6.
Equation?
6.
Line 6. There is one x value which will give the same value for y for line 4 as it will for line 6. Find using algebra the value of x and the corresponding value of y. Now lads, do you see line 4 and line 6? Do you know what that means? If you were to draw an xy axis like so, what will happen is these two lines will intersect each other at a point. Is everybody happy that lines intersect each other? And this is what it's basically saying. There is one value of x. This is a value of x and y. This is a point that exists on both lines. So line 4 and line 6 intersect each other is what we're basically saying. So what's the equation for line 4 and line 6? Can anybody tell me? Line 4?
Y equals x minus 7.
Line 6?
4x minus 16.
Y equals 4x minus 16. Now look at this, guys. We're going to do a quadratic, a simultaneous equation. So we're going to get, we'll bring the x over the other side. So we're going to get minus x plus y equals minus 7. And then we're going to get minus 4x plus y equals minus 16. Which letter should I get rid of? Do you remember simultaneous equations?
Y.
We can get rid of y. How do you get rid of y?
Multiply by minus 1.
Multiply either one of them by minus 1. I'll multiply the bottom one by minus 1. So I'm going to get minus x plus y equals minus 7. And then we're going to get 4x minus y equals 16. Now what do we get? 3x equals 9. X therefore has to be equal to 3. Once we find out that x equals 3, what we're then going to do is we're going to replace x with 3 in either of the equations. Let's do it in this equation here. X equals 3. Minus 3 plus y equals minus 7. Bring over to minus 3. Y equals minus 7 plus 3. Y therefore equals minus 4. Now, that's using algebra. Verify this answer to F above. Verify it. Okay. We're going to verify both points. So you're going to verify the point is on both lines. Now, to verify that the point is on both lines, here's what we need to do. We need the equation of line 4, which is y equals x minus 7. And the equation of the other one is y equals 4x minus 16. Is that correct? Is that correct? The equation of line 6 and line 4. Now that you've done that, guys, when a line is on the point, guess what happens? When the point is on the line, it balances the equation. What do we say the point is? 3 minus 4. Let's find out. Y equals minus 4. X equals 3. And that's minus 7. Minus 4 equals minus 4. Equation is balanced. 3, 4 is on line 4. Okay, what about the next one? What's y equal to again? Y is minus 4. X is 3. And then we're going to get minus 4 equals minus 4. And then we're pretty much going to copy exactly what this says here. Equation is balanced. Three minus 4 is on line 6. So lads, long story short, when a point is on the line, it balances the equation. If it's not on the line, what happens? It doesn't balance the equation when we replace x with the x coordinates and you replace y with the y coordinates. So for example, if I said this, here's the point x plus 5, or here's the equation y equals x plus 5, and I asked you to show me, is the point 0, 3 on this line? How would you find that out? Is 0, 3 on this line?
No.
You replace y with 3 and x with 0. Does that balance?
No.
Is 3 equal to 5? No, it isn't. That means that this point is not on the line. Okay? If I asked you, was 1, 4 on the line, what can you tell me then? Is 1, 4 on this line? Yes, it is, because 1 equals, 4, actually it's not on the line.
Equals minus.
Does 4 equal 6? No. What about this point? What about 1, 6? Is this on the line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright guys, what questions?